Howdy crew, today you got a mystery box for the welding rig. Let's get to it. Yes, y'all did hear that correctly. This is kind of a mystery box for the welding rig. I purchased this for, I believe, $25 and purchased it from a family friend, also a bowling teammate of mine. And this hasn't been really touched, I don't think, in about 30 years, something like that. Other than being moved around, it hasn't been opened except for to see what was in it and getting ready to sell it. So I purchased it for $25 and I only got a brief look at what was inside, but I knew I wanted, just for the toolbox itself, this has to be at least, I don't know, 70 years old, I'm assuming. 60, 70 years old. It's a great toolbox. It is metal, but just the quality of it, again, I'm assuming it is 60, 70 years old. It is just really good quality, like what they had back then. So, let's open it up. Again, yes, mystery toolbox. I did not really see what was in here except for a couple things from a little bit of a distance. I did not inspect it too much, but I saw the good stuff that was in here. And I'm going to kind of go through the different stuff, what I did see, and the stuff that I didn't really know what was going on in here. So first of all, I saw sockets galore. And from this being my bowling teammates' grandfathers, this is good stuff. This is not new stuff. This is quality stuff. And as you all know, I go for quality. And this is just an absolute steal. Do I have anything that would fit this? Yes, but do I know what I'll be working on for this end? Not really, but still, great quality. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what this is. Let's see. Okay, these are always great. These are perfect. When men were men. Whenever you see something like this, especially if it's the old drills, I know it's not a drill, but I'm just saying the old drills, it's when men were men. You didn't have power drills or nothing, but I always like having stuff that's hand tools, be able to get things done as well. I did see this, I didn't see a plane in there, but it looks like it's for part of a plane. Your blade comes through there, obviously not for the welding rig. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper. I kind of skimmed over this stuff. The only thing that I saw in here that was instant for metalworking would be this. I like to use these for a nice solid wedge, and it doesn't have much spalling on top. So either one, the spalling has been broken off, or two, it has not been used extensively for hammering down. I don't think it has been used for hammering down too much. Reason being, these marks that go the length of this, they don't go all the way up into here unless they've been ground off, which I don't think they've been ground off too terribly, so that's why I think it's fairly unused. Still great. I would rather have something that's heavily used and older than something that's brand new and basically new. And yeah, I just like using the old stuff because they last so much longer. I've used new ones, I've used old ones. Old ones, I can use some that have been used for years and years, and they will last so much longer than brand new ones from the store. Again, wrenches galore, don't know what that is. And you can't go wrong with having this. Obviously, I'll have it organized where it's not just in here. Random hammerhead, not needed, but I will keep it because I'll put a new handle on it. Things I was seeing in here, this. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this before. These are amazing. Give you a moment to take a guess at what it is. All right, moment's up. So this can extend out, and you can keep turning your screw there. So if you're pressing on it, it will shrink up, but if you're just holding it and going into it, it will keep going. So these are really cool, and actually you flip this little switch and it'll go the opposite way. It'll loosen up for you. So if y'all have never seen that, these are amazing, and you don't see stuff like this that's new. I mean, how cool is that? That is awesome. So I did see this, and I had not seen one of these in a while. These are awesome. Looks like a little awl. Another. Okay, so this. Be very, very careful when it's spalled up like this, because if you keep hitting and when these chunks fly off, they can go right through an arm. Especially when you have the bigger ones, when you have the big pins, these things can just shoot off and they will go through a person. They are not just dangerous, they are deadly. And it is talked about quite a bit in OSHA, and I do give them props for that, because this does happen on job sites. It's not just a thing that happened once and now they're creating a video on it. This actually does happen a decent amount. Be hammering on this, and one of these things will shoot off and it can go right into a 2x4, and if that were your arm, that'd be no bueno. So this, I'm going to take that off so I can inspect that in. Looks great. Be able to use it to pry or separate several pieces of metal. Anything like this, they're multi-purpose in my opinion, and just being able to find different tools in here, it's amazing. So screwdrivers, you can never have enough of that. Again, more wrenches. Gonna see what this is. At first I thought this was a wedge, but it is not. Let's see. I like this way. More sockets. Use those. This looks like it was a screwdriver that was fabricated to fit something else. That's just what it looks like. Not completely sure, but it looks like it was intentionally cut to that shape, and then one of those broke off. And then one of these, adjustable face spanner, made in USA. Probably almost all this made in USA. Wow, the newest tool probably in here, Drop Forge, made in China. Okay, so that's probably not something that's been around very long. So we got some newer things in here. That's different. It's interesting. Being honest, not quite sure what that is. I'm gonna try and figure that out though. And so just all kinds of different things. Just the toolbox in itself is worth $25. We'll see how well those work, the shears. And interesting head, a little bit different. That's pretty much it, just some wrenches. Oh, these are great. I like these. This is an old school one. Need to oil it up. I don't know if you all have used these before. These are great when you're trying to reach something in a far spot. You open it up and you just let it go and it grabs whatever you're trying to grab. A little case in point. Maybe if it weren't round like that and had oil on it, it would grab it. There we go. Just like that. So these are great, very handy dandy. You always use extra pliers, nothing wrong with that. It's interesting, similar shape cut out to the screwdriver. And more screwdrivers. If this is for mechanical stuff, then I don't do too much of mechanical stuff, so I don't know. More good stuff here. Basically, different sockets, different bolts. These are always great to have on hand so you can adjust which way you're going. And again, I haven't used any of this lately, anything this big, but you never know on a job site. So I'm gonna clean this up, get everything organized, but kind of a mystery box for the welding rig. And once this has other stuff in it, it's really nice to just pull it up nice and simple. And you just, and it is very heavy. It's an extremely heavy box. It actually has its own dolly that came with it underneath it because it's so heavy. It'd just be wheeled around the shop when it was being used, and then when it was in storage, it'd just be wheeled from one spot to another. But I'm very happy with this find. You can tell it's beat up, you can tell it's been used, it's filthy, it's oily, but this is great. I'd rather have this toolbox than a brand new toolbox from any store. I don't care what store you talk about. This is quality. This is what's made to last. You can probably hit this thing with a big rig and you'll total the big rig and this will be just fine. Not really, but close enough. I mean, all this stuff, I like the older tools. They last so much longer, so I have to get all this organized, clean it up to an extent, but great toolbox, great find. and very happy I bought this, even though it was kind of a blind buy. I was very happy with getting it, and you never know, if some of these tools don't need to be in the welding rig, I'll keep these in the yard, or I'll take them home, either or, and then put other stuff in here. But again, always be careful when you're using stuff like this. I'm gonna put the other one, this, and there was one more, not that one. Anyways, just be careful when you're using these and it starts spalling up. You keep hitting it, those things can shoot off, and they will go through your skin, no problem. They can actually go through the body, no problem, if they hit the right spot. So yeah, that is very true. If you see that on an OSHA video, it does actually happen in the real world. This one's been used quite a bit. You can see probably very similar, if not the exact same thing. You can see where it's been just cut down once it spalls up, and you take those off, spalls up. It's actually designed to do that. This is temper and it's harder, and then this is actually softer. Sometimes you'll get some where it's a harder metal completely here, and then it's a softer metal here, softer alloy, but sometimes you get it to where it's heat treated properly to where this remains harder and more durable, and this remains softer. So this will spool up, you cut it off, grind it off, all that good stuff, and then you keep using it until it gets down here or however much you need. And then once it's too small, you toss it or use it for something else. But anywho's, that's actually a perfect example. I didn't see that in there. So that's the mystery box for the welding rig. Very happy about it. A lot of this stuff will be going out because it won't be absolutely necessary, but other stuff will be going in here. I'm excited to do that. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog.